How's everybody doing tonight? You know, it's weird that this camera doesn't show the microphone. Oh, there it is. It's like it's right in front of my face, but for some reason, like, doesn't show up on the camera, which works out perfect. Anyway, not that we're going to use that camera angle too much. I think we more want the instructions to be visible than my reactions. But anyway, how's everybody doing? Tell me in chat. Where are you logging in from? How's your day going? And what do you want to talk about? I'll talk about anything that you post. And until then, let's talk about this puzzle, which it's the ROKR 3D Pinball. This like big component here is actually the playing surface. That's where the ball goes. I guess there's going to be flippers here. It doesn't look like there's a stopper. You know, some pinballs have that stopper that comes up. It doesn't look like this one has it. It doesn't look anything like, well, it looks something like a real pinball, but like, I feel like this and this should have elastic around them, and I don't see any elastic in the kit. There's definitely a ton of electronics. That I like. As we've been looking at these pieces, there's like, I can't even put it upside down because there's so many electronics. I can't put it right side up. There's electronics coming out of this one. This one. No, actually not that one, but that one has mechanics. This one has a couple of wires. So it's going to be quite the puzzle, I think. It's also going to take a while. We've been taking about 45 minutes per page, which is insanely slow. Maybe we can get it up to like 30 minutes per page today. You know, maybe we could do a little faster. Probably not if I keep spending all my time introducing. You know, I had an idea. This show has been very unstructured, but I had an idea for a show format, which I'm probably going to start doing pretty soon. I can even tell you what it's going to be. I don't know if that's like showing how the sausage is made, but it's basically going to be, I mean, this part's going to stay the same. There's going to be an introduction. The very end, instead of a simple sign-off, I'm going to show you something from one of my comics. Because I don't know if you're seeing ads on this channel, but I don't have ads activated. But on July 11th, YouTube did something where they canceled everyone's partnership program. I had never been in the partnership program, but anyway, they canceled it for everyone and made them reapply, and they put ads on everyone's videos, like whether they were in partnership or not. So if someone was in partnership like 10 years ago, they're going to see ads on their videos and think everything's fine until like their accountant tells them at the end of the year that they didn't make from YouTube. They might not notice until like 2 years from now, because they're going to get like up to July 11th for this year. And then for next year, they might not notice until their accountant does their taxes in April that they haven't been getting paid from YouTube for 2 years, because ads have been showing up on their videos, but they're not getting paid for them. So for example, if you're watching my video, you might see ads. I'm not getting paid for those ads. I've never been part of the partnership program, but since July 11th or maybe July 12th, they're putting ads on everyone's videos, whether you've ever been in YouTube partnership or not. I think it's going to cause a lot of confusion. And I think it's going to cause a ton of extra money going to YouTube, which obviously they're going to be fine with that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So the reason I even bring that up is I may or may not at some point be a YouTube partner. I assume not. I mean, I'm here making videos for 17 years and they haven't let me in yet, so I assume that they never will. But even if they did, I've just been here for so long without being a partner that I don't think it matters to me anymore. So I'm basically one of the formats. So it's going to, the introduction going to be the same. Then I'm going to have a memo, but it's not going to be a memo. It's going to be more like bullet points, and I'm going to go through it as I'm building. And then there'll be a guest. The guest could be a guest. The guest could be a forum. The guest could be an idea. The guest could be a clip that I just play. It could be anything, you know. I don't have the format in front of me, so I don't remember if there was like something else after that, but I know that the ending thing was going to be that I bring out one of my comics, and I'll say, like, you know, if you want to support the channel, check out one of these comics. Like, that's, you know, I think that's the best way. I mean, I write comics, and they're actually, in my opinion, they're good. There's the state of comics right now. I think the independent comics are better than the comics in the comic book shop. So I could say my comics are better than the comic book shop, which makes it seem like, oh, these comics must be really good. Well, the thing is, they're better than the comic book shop because the comic books from Marvel, DC, Dark Horse, not really Dark Horse, but the other ones, Image and all the others, they've sort of agreed on a certain level of their comics, a certain volume of story, a certain detail in the line work, a certain style of coloring. They've basically all decided to make the same crap. And because of that, in the current state of things, the independent comics have more production value than the mainstream comics. You're never going to see that in movies. You know, obviously, I think it might have happened a couple of times. You know, I think the original Star Wars might have been an independent movie, but usually it's like, you know, the movies with backing can do like, you know, Marvel MCU, and the movies without backing can do like, you know, Sound of Freedom or whatever, which is like, it could be a better movie, but it's not as predictable. I think Blair Witch Project was like the classic example of that. It was a movie that like nothing was put into it, but it made a lot of sales. It had some unique marketing where it was like kind of those like turning lemons into lemonade type of thing. Like they would call up and they say, I want my movie in the theater. And they say, oh, we can't do it. Sorry. You know, and then like the movie guy would just like, they keep pestering him. He tries to be nice. And it's like, he gives them a reason like, well, we need at least like 8,000 people to show up or we can't show it on our screens. So then they're supposed to take that 8,000 number and go away with their tail between their legs and their head hung low, and they're supposed to feel like failures. But what actually happened is they instead started signing up people, and they would go like from one town to the next town trying to get 8,000 people who want to see the Blair Witch Project, and then the theater would show it, you know, and and this became their marketing, and this was like brand new. They had a website. People thought it was real. They had viral marketing before that was even like a term. So so long story short, there's currently more production in independent comics than in mainstream comics, but that doesn't mean my comics are the best of the independent. There's plenty of independents that are better than mine. There's plenty of independents that are much better. But anyway, I've got, you know, something. So I'm going to start showing them at the end of the show just as a way to have something. So anyway, let's get to the puzzle. The ROKR 3D Pinball. We've got a lot built. We've got a lot left to build. So according to the scoreboard, we're on page 26. So there's page 25. I'm just scanning it to see if we did everything that page 25 says. I can't really easily check it because it's all this cable work. I'm scanning it and I don't see any problems. So we probably did everything. So let's move on to page 26. It's split in two. So let's first collect the pieces. All right, so D5 times 2, D6, D7, and then P16 times 3, and P52 times 3. So that's bag 1 and bag 26. But the D's, those are pieces of wood. D5, 6, and 7. So it looks like in total here we've got 10 pieces. There's 4 pieces of wood and 6, I don't know, whatever's in the bags. But anyway, it's 10, so we're going to bump up the piece counter to 375, and we're going to start collecting those pieces. So the D sheet, I believe, is over here. I almost dumped that backboard because it's not like attached to anything yet, so it just falls over quite frequently. All right. There's D. There it is. The D sheet. So there's the pieces. D6, D7, no, D6, D7. There's two D7s, but they're only asking for one. They're asking for two D5s, and D5 is almost nothing. I'm not even sure I can get out two D5s without knocking the other two out. There's also a dot on one of the D7s. I don't think there's a significance to that, though. I don't think there's a D7 dot. No, there is. That if you look in close, I don't know if you can see it, there's a plus. That's D7 plus. I don't know why there's a plus on one of them and not on the other. But I'm going to take the one without it because the instructions don't say plus. So there we go. There's D6 and 7. And we need also D5, which is this little pin. Going to be tough to get to without getting 4. But we did it. We do it every day. Every day we dump over this thing. At least today we caught it. All right. I think this needs to be sanded. These little D5s. They came out with some splinters on them. They also came out attached. All right. D5, D6, D7. Now we need 3 of P16 from bag 1. So I have bag 1 right here. Now, apparently P16 is in there, but we have to look up what P16 is. So P16 is nut. It's a nut. Quantity 3. So we're getting all of them. It's a nut. It's called a flange nut. It has a little like circle at the bottom. Flange nut P16. 3 of them in the pack. They're all in bag 1. Bag 1. All right. So let's grab them here. Flange nut. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see one of them. Yeah, I see 3 of them. Yep. Flange nut. P16 flange nut. All right, so for today, since we don't have a memo written and or a guest, it may be like probably the guests are not going to be every night, but for tonight, we're just going to read one of these questions. So this is from a box. It's from Word Teasers. It's called Firsts. So let's take a look at this one, and then we'll look at the answer in a minute. Who was the first woman to pilot a space shuttle mission in 1995? Eileen Collins, Valentina Tereshkova, and Mai Jemison. Okay, so it was 1995. A woman, sorry, what did they say? She was like a space shuttle. Okay, so that's kind of a clue. So first of all, you could just guess. But like Valentina Tereshkova, that's obviously someone in the RSA, not in NASA. So, like, if you're calling it a space shuttle, does that mean it's American? Like, they're not calling it, like, Sputnik or whatever. So, I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if you can refer to the Russian vessel as a space shuttle. I'm also not sure. I know Russian had female snipers in World War II, and they have female fighter pilots today. So they easily could have female space shuttle pilots. I mean, there's nothing. at the Olympics, women can win in archery, but like there's a weightlifting class, and it's there's a men's weightlifting and a women's weightlifting, and the female weightlifter never lifts more than the male. So, but in archery, it's like open. When it's open, when a sport is open, it usually means that the woman can beat the men, or at least are equal to or capable of. Like they're not at a disadvantage. So in archery, they might even be at an advantage. I don't know. Shooting. Women aren't the top ranked chess players. That's probably a very controversial statement, but also a true statement. All right, so P52. So, but a space shuttle, it's not the same as chess because it's closer to archery, I would say, because chess, you have to play against someone. All right, so part P52, it's in bag 26, and there's 3 of them in quantity, so we're going to get all 3. So I'm going to look for the bag while I keep thinking about who's the space shuttle pilot. So the reason I'm making a deal, making a thing about women pilots and women archers is because I'm trying to whittle it down to, was Russia first or America first? And I think that America is more likely to make a statement by appointing a woman. There's the famous thing where America spent millions of dollars developing a pen that works in null gravity, and then Russia just used a pencil. So, but when I'm trying to think, so I think Russia is more likely to have a female pilot if the female pilot happens to be the most qualified for that mission. So now I'm trying to think, is that the case? Because if it doesn't matter, then it becomes really tough. Because then I don't know whether it happened first in America or not. If the women are better, it happened in Russia. If women are worse, I'm going to say it was an American. Because in America, we have this attitude that it's very important that every type of person gets to pilot a space shuttle. It's like, who's the best pilot? And it's like, well, yeah, that guy's the best pilot, but we already had someone who meets his demographics. Who's the best pilot in America from some demographic that we didn't have yet? That's the person who needs to pilot it. It's difference between Russian and American decision making, in my opinion. Anyway, so I'm going to say that it probably... It's tough. I'm trying to think. Is it American? Would America go first or would Russia go first? I think Russia would go first if it was coincidentally happened. America would go first if they wanted to make a press release. That's my honest opinion. I hope you don't think that's unpatriotic of me to think that way, but there's a lot of videos of NASA people high-fiving in the control room, and I haven't seen one yet of the Russian control room looking like that. So I feel like I'm going to go with the female pilot from Russia, that Tereshkova, and here's why. Russia's famous for their female fighter pilots, and I'm just going to say she just happened to be up for the job, and maybe it was seen as non-combat mission, and therefore I'm going to go with the answer of Valentina Tereshkova. Why is the camera not focusing? All right, Valentina Tereshkova. What's the real answer? Eileen Collins, a colonel in the U.S. Air Force, was also the first female shuttle commander of the Columbia in 1999. Valentina Tereshkova of Russia was the first woman in space, and Mae Jemison of the USA was the first black woman in space. I was actually thinking that, but I thought that if I said Mae Jemison sounds like probably a black woman, that I would be racist, because I don't know, like, it just struck me like Jameson. You know, you could think like Jameson whiskey, but for some reason, combining with the May, it made me think of like, it just made me think, it made me guess correctly the race, but I'm not happy that I did. I would rather not be able to guess the race, but in this case, it just seemed that way to me. So anyway, Eileen Collins, congrats to her. I guess the answer was very simple. It was a space shuttle, therefore American. All right, so we got these pots and pans and wooden things, and so let's start putting the puzzle together. All right. So what do we have to do? They're showing the back of this tabletop, so we've got the right angle. And the funny thing is they're not showing anything happening. They're just showing it. And then they're showing a little like window here. So it starts off with nothing. The first quadrant of this page, upper left, has nothing happening. Now in the second one, we're going to take D7 and we're going to attach it to D6 using two D5s. And the two D5s obviously are going to go in the two pieces that do line up. Jameson, it's a famous whiskey. I think it might be from Ireland, but I'm not really sure. All right, I want to get this D5 in, but no further than in, so I put it up against another piece and pushed it down. All right, we'll do the same thing for this one. Okay. Okay, now we have to put D7 on top. I'm going to line the ink up the same way so it's readable. I don't know if that really matters, but it seems like it's like worth doing. So, wow, it was like on and then it popped off. Why? Why did it pop off? Anyway, it's on again. And I think it needs a little sanding, frankly. Okay, so that's done. It looks nothing like these 6 metal pieces we have. I'm not sure how that's going to go together. Let's see here. So we put this together and then we forget about it. Right? We forget about it and we flip the table over and we put on the pots and pans. So I'm thinking this was supposed to go on sooner and we missed it. Like, is it supposed to go on the back? Because they're showing the back here. And then they're showing this assembly. Where does that assembly go? Okay, it does show it here. I don't get it. Is this a tool? Is this just a tool, not a piece of the puzzle? I don't get what this piece is for. It says assemble with tools, and then it has a picture of that piece like at the bottom. Like, is that just there? I don't get it. Is it just there to like sit on the bottom of this? Because it doesn't even do that. Let me look closer here. It seems like it, right? Maybe this piece at the bottom will spin if this isn't here. That's ridiculous. That can't possibly be correct. But that's what they're showing. That's absolutely what they're showing. Like, stick this on here. Why? I have no idea. But we just did it. We stuck that on there. I think it's going to somehow help with like balance or something. Like to give it some backing. Alright, so now we have to put... They're going to look like satellite dishes after we put them on. So we put on the little satellite dish, and then we put on the flange nut. And then we use the tool to tighten it. And they're saying like use let me flip it over. All right. So they're saying to turn this one way. Yeah, that does turn it. So this piece, it turns this thing. It turns it. So if we put supposedly, if we put this on front and this on back and turn them in opposite directions. Oh, that doesn't fit this side, I guess. All right. Here we go. We're going to turn these in opposite directions. That worked. That worked. So you put this tool on the back and this tool on the front and you turn them. It actually broke the piece, so that's not good. But we could always just use a real wrench. It doesn't even matter. I'm just going to test if it really was tight. The screw can like be pushed all the way through. Kind of weird. I guess it's going to have some action when it's playable. You see that? It comes out. Now I can't get it to go back on. Maybe it only goes on like a certain position. How did I get it on the first time? There we go. Okay, now let's try that turning again. We broke the piece. Alright, I don't think it goes any further. It breaks the piece. So what I think I'm going to do is start these like finger start the other two, and then we're going to tighten the other two now that we know how it works. So, wow, what's going on here? There's a little screw came out. Where'd that screw come from? Did it come from the back? Like when I was tightening the back, did it come out? There's a little screw in there. Oh no. Alright, let's check the back. They all look the same. What the heck? Now I'm checking all these little holes here, see if one of them's missing a screw. Wow. Well, it beats the heck out of me. I don't know where this screw came from. You know what? Is it possible it was in that dish? Like, you know how we took it out of this bag? Maybe it was sitting in that dish the whole time. After this broadcast is done, I'm going to rewind the video and see if it was sitting in the dish the whole time. Because frankly, that's the only explanation I've got. Because otherwise, it's like quite the mystery where that piece came from. So we're not going to panic. We're just going to keep screwing these on. And we're going to put this piece back in the bag. And I'm going to watch the video and see if it was there the whole time. And if it was, then we've got nothing to worry about. And if it wasn't, then I'll figure out where it came from. But I'll do that off camera and I'll give you an update tomorrow. Trying to do the next one. Wow. Trying to get it on the back here. I can't. I broke this thing already. This is a stupid tool. I'm going to use needle nose pliers for the front. And maybe I'm going to use regular, no, for the back. And maybe I'm going to use regular pliers for the front. Okay. Well, that didn't work. All right. We're going with that tool. Stupid as it is. I don't know. I guess stupid is as stupid does. All right, let's try again. Maybe we can get this time. All right. I'm going to turn one way and one the other. And I don't know how we're going to hold onto the board while we're doing it. I don't have enough hands. All right. Let's try the third one here. I feel like if I do twist this thing on the back, I'm going to end up pulling out all those wires on the back. Not all of them, but some of them. If I pull any of them out, this thing's not going to work. And in fact, it could be a situation where the circuit needs to be complete. So, all right. I think everything's on. Wow. This piece got beat to hell. I hope we're not going to need that tool again because it's destroyed. So we broke both tools. But they're on. This stuff is on. We can move on to the second half of the page. Second half of page... What are we up to? Page 26? Alright. We're still only on the second half, huh? Unbelievable. Alright, F sheet. Okay, nice. We're just going to be working with wood. For once. But a lot of it. 24 pieces. 3, 6, 15, 24. 3 F3s, 3 F4s. 9 F5s and 9 F6s. How many pieces is that? It's like 24 pieces or something like that. What did I say it was? 24, 25? Alright, whatever it is, it is. Alright. 24 pieces. You know what that does? It brings us to $3.99. So we definitely have to go on to the next page. We can't stop at $3.99. We got to get to 400. All right. So we need the F board right now. Where is the F board? K, G, H. This is F. I knew this was going to be F because it's loaded with pieces. And they're asking for 24 pieces out of this board. Alright. Alright, let's get this out of the way for a second. And start picking these pieces out. F3 times 3. These are the F3s. Some splinters on them. Let's get those off. They're probably going to go on top of those 3 bumpers that we just built. I mean, they look like perfect fits for these. Anyway, we'll find out in a minute. F4. I thought it would be these circles for a second, but it's not. Oh, no, they are those circles. What made me... Oh, this F2 is the little circles. F4 the semi-big circles. So 3 F4s, 3 F3s, 3 F4s. Again, full of splinters. I just held all 3 of them together. I don't know why I haven't done this. I don't know why it took me till episode 351 to understand that you can hold a stack of pieces and sand them all at once, but at least now I finally know that. Still a little rough. Still a couple of rough spots. Probably an argument against holding 3 pieces. You might oversand one and undersand another. Alright, now F5 times 9. So I assume that's going to be a little pin if it's a times 9. F5. There aren't 9 of them. I guess even these aren't labeled anything, but they look like the F5s, so I guess they are the F5s. Oh, is that 4 of them? Piece just fell out. That's annoying. Alright, there's the F5s. We need a bunch of them. 9 of them to be exact. Alright, how many we got so far? 3, 6, 7. We're supposed to have 8. There's the 8th. Alright, now let's see if we can get out just 1. Alright, 9. Now we also need 9 F6s. F6s look very similar to F5s, but they're a little different, I guess. They come in 4-packs, just like the F5s. So we need 2 4-packs and then 1 individual, which is always tricky to get one out when they're packed in as 4-packs. Wow. Annoying, but I think we got it done. So here's our 18 pins and 6 wheels. What are we going to do with this stuff? I assume whatever we're going to do is going to be times 3. So yeah, there it is. So we're going to put all the pins in, and then we're going to put this on top. No, we're going to put one side as F3s and the other side as F5s. Why is that? How does that make sense? The holes all look the same, but apparently 3 get F5s and 3 get F6s. I'm just trying to understand if they're an alternating pattern. Yeah, they're in an alternating pattern. So the F5s have a piece on the top and the F6 don't. So we're going to alternate F5s and F6s into this, and then we're going to put them on that. That's the plan. That's what we're going to do. I'm grabbing this just to have something to push against. And because we're going to do something repetitive, it has 6 pieces, and then it's done 3 times, so that's like 18 repetitive pieces, so we need another question at this moment. If this camera ever becomes clear. Which was the first Caribbean nation to gain independence and form a free nation? Haiti, Jamaica, or the Bahamas? Haiti, Jamaica, or the Bahamas? Which was the first one to become a free nation? Haiti, Jamaica, or the Bahamas? While we think about that, I'm going to point out something about this pieces that I'm putting in, specifically the F6 piece, though it's going to apply to the F5 as well. The piece is like flat at one end and slant at the other end. The slant goes towards the outer ring of the circle. All right, so Haiti, Bahamas, and Jamaica. So Jamaica, is that even independent? I thought Jamaica was like British Royal Crown. Am I wrong about that? Don't they show up at the Olympics? Not the Olympics. Of course they're at the Olympics. Don't they show up at the British Commonwealth Games? So I'm not even sure that they are independent. And then you've got, so what's left? Haiti and the Bahamas. And I think Bahamas, is that part of America? Why do I feel like it should be? Jamaica also goes to the Penn Relays, but I don't know why it's always Jamaican teams at the Penn Relays. Are there other countries represented there? It seems like for some reason there's a lot of Jamaican teams at the Penn Relays, but I don't think they're the only foreign team there. And I don't know why I'm putting this all in track and field terms, but if I am, then Haiti is really low on that list because I don't even remember anyone from Haiti getting a medal in the Olympics. Like the Bahamas, they may not win a lot of medals, but didn't they? Maybe it was not the Olympics. Maybe it was the World Championships. Maybe it was the Olympics. I think they won both the women's and men's 400 meters. I think Shanae Miller-Weibo won the 400, and Stephen Gardner won the 400 for the men, and Shanae for the women. And so I think that they actually, Bahamas swept the 400 at either the last Olympics or the last World Championship. Either one, they won them both. But I don't remember Haiti winning anything, which makes me wonder if Haiti's not independent. Like, why have we seen, why haven't we seen Haiti at the Olympics, but we've seen Jamaica and Bahamas? Or is it just because they're better at track? What's different about Haiti? There's something, right? They speak like French. U.S. is always all over there. I don't think any of those nations are fully independent. I think I'm going to go with Haiti. Even though I don't see them at the Olympics. Just something, I don't know, maybe I'm picking the wrong one. Let me keep thinking about this. All right. Now, I don't know. I'm just going to look at the answer. I can't get these pieces in because they're so small. Maybe I'll use the needle nose pliers on these pieces. Let me try that on the second wheel. On this wheel, I didn't try anything fancy, and it took forever. All right, let's see if we can get this on top now. So now, 3 of these have like post tabs on top and 3 don't. So let's see if we can line this up and get it on here. Wow. It's not easy. All right, we can see like 2 of them at once. And if we get 2 on, the third one should go right on. That's it. So look at 2 of them to get them on, and then once 2 are on, the third one like basically has to go on. But we got to do that 3 more times. All right, what's the answer to our quiz question? The Republic of Haiti declared its sovereignty from France in January 1804. It was the first country in the world to abolish slavery. Oh, I always thought America was the first to abolish slavery. Okay, I guess it was Haiti. You know, didn't realize that. All right, let's see if these go in quicker with needle nose pliers. Let's try that. So remember our rule, the slant side towards the outer ring. Well, let's see if we can get this in here. Yep, the pliers are quicker. I feel like, is there a whole set of tools for these? And will using the tools make this show like better or worse? It would make the puzzles go quicker. I have to look into what tools are used to put wooden puzzles together. The needle nose pliers seem to work. That one, the first one went in perfect. The second one went in with a little effort, but it went in. Remember to skip, alternate. Every other one is a flat head, and every other one is, I guess, a unicorn. What are we calling the ones with tabs on top? So 2 out of 3 went in first attempt with the needle nose. The third one did not go in. All right, it went in on second attempt. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep putting in the F. What are they? F6s? Yeah, F6s. Yep, needle nose. That's the way to go. At least for these tiny pieces that you can't even see what the hell you're doing. Remember to alternate, meaning skip one before you put in the next one. This is working too good. I feel like I'm going to get one that's halfway over the edge and I'm going to force it and it's going to split the piece. Let's just make sure you got it lined up before you push it in. It does work though. All right, so that's it. At least for the F6s. Now we got to do the F5s. These are the unicorns, the rhinos. The ones with tabs on their heads. That doesn't seem to go in. Let's try that again. Okay. Third time's the charm. First 2 failed, third one went in. I don't know, this one's tougher for some reason. The F5, for whatever reason, is tougher to get in. I keep pinching it over the tab on its head, but that's not the center. But something is like making me gravitate to that. I got to remember to line up with the lower tab. That's the way to go if you want to get this in quickly. Wow, that went right in. All right, let's try it again. Line up straight with the lower tab. Line it up on the bottom. Push it straight in and down. Yeah, that is the way to go. One shot every time. The weird thing about these puzzles, you never get a chance to get good. Like if you work on an assembly line, you know, like I Love Lucy and Ethel doing the candies. Like you work there all day, you're gonna like get like good at it. But when you do this puzzle, you're like always doing stuff for the first time, and therefore you're not getting good at it. You're like doing something new every time. It's not lined up. All right. it's on. Kind of was like fighting with that one, but it's on. All right, let's try to line 2 of them up. That's our plan, right? Line 2 of them up visually. Push them on, and the third one must go in. There we go. Whew. All right. So what's next? After we build it 3 times, yep, we put it on top of there, as we knew. All right, while assembling, make sure the 3 parts are flush with P26. All right, a second caution. Assemble with tools. So they want us to, again, hold the back with that tool that we, basically destroyed. I'm going to have to use it again. Let's start without the tool. Flush, wow. We're going to need, it's not going on straight. No, it is going on straight. We definitely need the tool, though. Even though it's destroyed. I'm getting it caught on the wires on the back. That's not good. It's getting caught on the wires. And it's falling apart. That's why it's getting caught on the wires. Oh my goodness. This thing is completely falling apart. That piece is far from flush. Alright, let's try again. It looks crooked even. It's never going to go flush if it's crooked. Alright. Seems like it's in there. Alright, let's try this again. Turn them opposite directions of each other. No, I'm just, it's not stable. This piece is destroyed. It doesn't work anymore. Alright, we're gonna have to pinch it with the needle nose, even though we know that doesn't work. Because nothing else works either. Alright, we got it to flush. There it is. There's the bumper. 2 more to go. Alright, let's hold this with the needle nose. Get it good. And turn this end. I lost it. Oh my goodness. Come on. I'm screwing up. Why did it work so perfect the first time? Now it won't work at all. Did I just happen to grab the right angle? I think I did. There's an angle. There's one specific angle that works. All right. 2 on. So there's one specific angle, and you've got to get that. It's like this piece is like a rectangle, and you have to go along the rectangle. There we go. That's it. Hold it in rectangle shape. Still not easy, but easier. Get it to flush. I think they're all flush. I think it's pretty cool. Imagine it's going to be hit with the ball. When they're playing pool, that tool is destroyed. Forget about that tool. All right. That was 26, so we're up to 27. Did we start today on 27 or on 20? Yeah, we did. We've only done one page in 54 minutes. So we hoped to get faster. We got slower. We were coming in with an average of 45 minutes per page. It took us 54 minutes to do that page. We have to do another page just for the days. I mean, we at least have to do 2 pages in a day. We can't stop. We can't stop at 1 page. No way. All right. E1, 4, and 6. G10, G13, J16, L6. Q. What the hell are Q4, Q6, and Q7? I think those are mostly wood pieces. The Qs might be plastic pieces. Oh my goodness. All right. How many pieces is that? 1, 2, 3, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 10 G6s. Let me count that again. 3, 13, 16, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22 pieces. All right. So we're moving to 421. Supposedly there's only 482 pieces in this puzzle. If you buy that, I do not. All right, let's start collecting pieces. So E, G, J, L, and Q. I don't think we've done any L pieces yet. So that'll be interesting. Somewhat. All right. I'm just looking here. I think the E board is a half-size board, if I recall correctly. Yeah, there's the E board. 1, 4, and 6. What about 2, 7, and 3? Like, why are we just taking like half the pieces? Well, I guess we'll get to the other half later. All right, that's E1. We need E4 and E6. That's it from the E board. E1, E4, E6. All right, now we go to the G board. All right. The F board was loaded with pieces. And we'll grab any other boards we see along the way. I think L, J, and Q we're also going to need. So from the G board, we need G6 times 10. I think that's exactly how many G6s there are. 4, 8, 10. Yeah, there's 10 G6s. And we need them all. Actually, there's 12. There's 2 more. Alright, these again look like Rosie the Robot from the Jetsons. The last 2 G6s are labeled G6. So I'm going to leave those 2 in the board. Just in case we ever need that. Alright, and then we need G13 times 3. Alright. Wait a minute. That's not enough pieces. That's only 8. Oh, there's 2 of them stuck here. Got them. Alright, G13 times 3. There's G14. Alright, G13 is another tab. A lot of tabs coming from the G boards. I guess they're going to be used to fix these other pieces that we're adding. So we need 1 more. Alright, now we need the J, L, and Q boards. If I'm not mistaken, Q is plastic. Yeah, here's Q. Q is plastic. There's the Q board. Q. All right. We still need J and L. Is this J? Yeah, that's J. Now, where is L? Wow. This is L. We got some big pieces on L. And this is only the top half of page 27. There's still more to go. All right, from L, we need 6 and 11. There's 6. L1 is this like huge piece. I was kind of hoping that we were going to take that piece, but no. L11 is the other piece that we need. It's in the corner here. L11. That's it for the L board. Now, we only need one piece from the J board, and it's J16. We've got a bunch of pieces that fell out of boards. I wonder if it's one of those pieces. It kind of... Oh, there it is. My thumb was just covering it. There's J16. And now we need the Qs, which are going to be in here. 4, 6, and 7 we need from the Q board. And we take our nippers, which came with this puzzle. 4, 6, and 7. Sometimes tough to read the numbers on these plastic boards. First of all, I might have it upside down or backwards or both. Oh, now it's like this. Okay. I see a 7 there. And that's one of the ones we need, but what does a 7 there tell us? Is this 7? Like, I don't understand what that 7 is telling us. I think 7 is this piece because the 7 is in that quadrant. Not quadrant, segment. I don't know, I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to read this. I hope this is Q7. Let's try to look at the picture and look for Q7. Yeah, this looks like Q7. You can see a picture of it in the upper right there, almost off the board. It's not an easy piece to get out. I hope you're wearing glasses when you do this, because these pieces can go flying at like lightning speed. By glasses, I mean goggles. Don't get hit in the eye with a flying piece of plastic when you nip these pieces out. Alright, there's one. Okay, so 4 and 6 we also need. I'm just looking for 4 and 6. And I'm like seeing every other number. Alright, I see 4. This huge piece in the middle is 4. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a 4 right there. One, 2, 3. You can sand these pieces after you nip them out if they're like kind of rough. Alright. Let's try that. you know, it may not matter. Check this one. Yeah, that's very rough. I'm just sanding off the bits of the where it was nipped. Sometimes the plastic is still there. All right, we still need 6. Where is 6? Right, this piece is 6. Right here, there's a 6. There's like a line underneath it, so you know it's a 6, not a 9. It's going to take 4 nips to get that out. 1, 2. Someone has their car parked outside and is thumping music. It's actually very common when I do these Saturday night shows that this happens. And usually later. It's only 11:48 right now. Usually happens later, but it happens. Wow. I didn't nip that one well. Let's nip that again. All right. That was like a huge piece of plastic. Too big to sand. So we just nipped it again. The sanding works surprisingly well on these plastic pieces. Like, you wouldn't think it would, but it does. Maybe you would think it. I don't know what you would think. All right, so that's all of our pieces. So now we need to start assembling them. So how are we going to do that? Let's start in one corner. Do I even remember which pieces are which? I think these were the G6s, right? All right. So the main thing we're going to be assembling on is this. All these pieces are going to kind of go onto this. So we have to create some space here to fit this thing. All right. So the first piece is L11, which is here. And it's going to get just one pin, just one G6. That's all. There's like 3 other places that could be used to connect this, but it looks like it's just the one. So we'll drive that G6 in there like a G6 and put it right here. All right, that went kind of smooth. Okay. What's the next thing? 2 G6s are used to attach E6 to the side of the board. So 2 G6s used to attach E6 underneath L11. So here's E6. It's going to get this orientation, and the G6s are going to go through the 2 middle left slots. And then it's going to go on the board. Should be pretty easy, right? There's like a drawing. It's like inked. It shows you exactly where the piece is going to go. There's ink on the table. And you just got to line that up, and everything should fall into place. Yeah, there we go. That's in. I mean, maybe it's like, could be a little tighter, but that's in. All right, what's next? A G4, G6 times 4. What are they trying to tell us here? I don't know why it would say G6 times 4. Or are we just putting 4 G6s straight into the board, not through pieces? That's weird. I'm not going to do that until the end because that doesn't make sense to me. What I'm going to do next is down in this corner here. Yeah, down in this corner, this gets at least 2 G6s, maybe more. Maybe there's 2 more go here. But for now, that might be why it's saying G4. G6 times 4. There's no arrows. It's only showing arrows on these two, but these two look like they go here. I don't know. Let's just put in 2 for now. No. Let's put in all 4. Because it makes sense. I think it makes sense. So these G6s are used to hold the wooden pieces in. I mean, it's starting to look like a pinball table. Yeah, that happens every night. Just pay no attention to that. Right. Okay. Got it. Corner piece is in. Why does it stick out so much? That's how it's... I guess something's going to stick on top there. Maybe these plastic pieces. Anyway, let's do the next piece, which gets 3 G6s. And it's this J16 piece. So the 3 G6s are like equilateral triangle there. Those are the last 3 G6s, which is odd because we didn't connect that piece yet. In the upper right corner. So we're doing lower right now. And when we do upper right, somehow it's going to use not G6s. I don't know what it's going to use, but we do have some other pieces. But so far, like we've got 2 pieces left to go. But so far we've been using all G6s. I don't know why we would suddenly switch, but I guess we're going to. Alright. Dang. Not sure if that went in or not. This one definitely didn't. So something's not right here. 2 of them are in, but the third one is not going in. And I'm not sure why. Okay, it's in. I just kind of wiggled it. I think it was too high, but I don't know. Alright, so obviously these 2 pieces are going to go in these 2 areas. I don't know what pins are going to attach them. We only have 3 pins left. Let's see. Well, that's it. The G13. So these are the G13s. And 2 of them in here, 1 of them in here. I don't know why those upper right corner, the lower ones get like 3 and 4 pieces. The upper ones only get 1. I guess the ball doesn't hit the upper ones very much. That's probably true. They probably hit the bottom ones a lot more. Is that in? How's that look? Looks good. Now just the corner piece is left. Upper right corner piece going to be connected using a G13. There we go. Again, just 1 connector. It's like, it's a huge piece to only have 1 pin. Anyway, that's what they wanted. Okay, now the Qs. Assemble Q7, Q4, and Q6 as shown. What do they mean by assemble? I think we're supposed to slide them onto pins. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put them onto the existing pins. I don't know why we're only doing one side of the table, but that's it. So this is Q7. So we just put it on here. I'm not sure which side is up. Is there like an obvious way to know that? I'm going to put the flat side down. I think that makes sense. Flat side down. Wow, nice. That looks good. All right. And then Q4. So again, flat side down. This one is like more obvious. I think it only can go flat side down. I should have done this one first when I was on shore, but we did the corner one right. It's flat side down. But this one can only go this one way, so it sort of confirms the flat side down. Now we've got some pieces poking through. You know what? I put this on the wrong way. So does that mean it's a bumpy side down? The bumpy side goes down? Seriously? All right, we have to redo the corner piece. Bumpy side down. How crazy is that? All right, let's do another piece to confirm that, because that seems wild. All right, so this piece goes in the corner. Yeah, bumpy side down. We got to redo the corner, the top corner. That's crazy. All right, we got to redo this. All right. Bumpy side down. What do you know? Learn something new every day. Okay, that's on. Where are we? Well, we did the top half. Now it's time to do the bottom half. It's only two pieces, K5 and P34. P34 is a cable. In fact, it's a light. Pass the whole light string P34 through this hole from the bottom. So K34 is a light string. And K5 is a pin. Sorry. P34 is a cable. Well, I don't know if cable's the right word. It's a flat piece of electronic with cables in it and LEDs coming out of it. And then K5 is a staple. So let's grab those two pieces. P34 is in bag 11, and then K5 is obviously in the K-board. All right, so there's the K-board. J, L. I thought we had the K-board F, G. We worked with K earlier today. Where'd it go? Well, this board seems to have a lot of staples, so I'm assuming this is it. K5, yeah, K5 is a staple. We've worked with K5s before. All right, there we go, K5. Now, P34 is in bag 11. I think we gotta dig deep here to get to bag 11. Let's toss the cue sheet back in there, though I'm sure we'll need it soon enough. Alright. Bag 11. There's not that many bags left. There's bag 10, there's bag 11. Alright. Bag 11 is P34 is just one piece in bag 11. So that's the piece. Bag 11, P34. I don't know. This camera 1 doesn't want to focus tonight. Doesn't want to do... I guess I'm holding the stuff too close or whatever. Doesn't want to focus on it. Alright, so it's just a cable and a staple. Alright, and what do we got to do here? Okay, so we pass it through from the top. Alright. And then I guess we staple it? No, we staple it on the bottom. We plug it in, and then we staple it. Alright, that sounds doable. So everything you need to know is actually right here. In this little corner section here. So here's the sheet. The lights. Oh, are there 2 of them? Are we supposed to have 1 or 2 at this point? I guess 1 on each side. So probably tomorrow. It seems like we're going to do the left side. I think we got to do a 3rd page today because it seems like it's going to be repetitive. You're going to need P34 again. You're going to need the cue board again. I think so. Let's take a look at the next sheet. And if that's the case, the next page, we're going to do it today. All right, so let's take a look at the reverse side for a second. This stuff fell off. Did we put the pins in upside down, or did we not push them on well enough? Like one of them stayed on, but the other 2 fell off. Yeah, this one's on good. So what is it about these ones? Oh, they don't want to go on. Yeah, they're just loose. I don't know what to tell you. They're a little bit loose. All right, but we need to see the bottom of the board just to know where it's going to screw in. All right, it's going to screw in, I believe, next to the S6. Although there's an S7 on the other side. But looking at the angle, I think it goes to the S6. So this side. Now the question is, where is that hole? It's here. It's that hole. So we got to push this all the way through there. And then the S6 is probably where the staple goes. Yeah, it's where the staple goes. So we push in the light all the way through. It's not connected to anything, so obviously we need to keep building. We can't leave it in such a state. Alright, so how do we connect this? I think yesterday we were saying groove side down. I just don't remember what we meant by down. I think we meant closest to the wood. Alright. Do we need the pliers again? I can't get this thing started. Alright, it's in. So there's where the staple goes. So we might as well do that while we're here. Wow. K5 goes in here. Alright, so, and then the light comes through here. But where does it go? I don't know. Let's see. We're probably going to need that double-sided tape to make this go somewhere. We got all this lighting here. Where's it going to go? All right, let's look at the next page. E2, E7, P57. Wow, this is just crazy. It's only 2 pieces though. All right, let's do it. 3 pieces. E2, E7, and P57. By the way, we didn't increment for the K5 and the P34, so we're up to 423. So now we're up to page 28, and we need E2, E7, and P57. So we're going to keep going. We're now at 426 pieces. All right, so the E board, E2 and E7. Shouldn't we need more pins? Oh, they're going to go on top of existing pins. Oh, that's cool. E2 and E7. Suggest the use of... Oh, by the way, the E board is complete. We can remove this. The E board is complete. It's now timber. P57. Suggest to use P57 to prevent the unwarp of the light string. Do not cover the screw holes. Wow. So we're supposed to be feeding the light string through here somehow. Pass the light string under the colored part. Oh, that's why it was grooved side down. Because it's going to go through here. So why did we put it on first? Wow, what is going on with these lights? We need to study this. All right, let's find P57 before we go too crazy. All right, what is P57? Is it the double-sided tape? No, it's some other transparent tape. P57 is some transparent tape. So we need that tape. I guess we're going to tape those lights down. There it is. Transparent tape. Okay. Transparent tape. There's a lot of instructions here. Pass the light string under the colored part. Straighten the light string while assembling. Bend the wire. Oh, sorry, you're not seeing that. Bend the wire downward and put the groove, put it into the groove. Please arrange it in order and then assemble. This is not easy to understand. Where do the lights go? Pass the light under the colored part. So, should I pick this up? Under the colored part? I thought I was supposed to go through this. Okay. Bend the wire downward and put it into the groove. So on this instruction, it says pass it under. And then on this instruction, it says put it in the groove. So like, which is the real answer? Under or in the groove? All right, we're going to put it in the groove because that seems doable. I'm not sure which way the lights are supposed to face. Ooh, and then there's a hole at the other end. Is that where the lights are supposed to continue through that? And then maybe they're going to show up in the next piece? I have to twist it like correctly. Careful. Don't break the lights. Wow. I'm not sure if what we're doing right now is correct or not. But that's what we're doing. I mean, seems like we're having to do all the things they mention. Like bending it, twisting it, putting it in the groove. I mean, everything seems to be matching the text, though I can't really follow the pictures. The pictures are not the best. Just trying to get it all the way in the groove. Like this very first part doesn't want to go in. All right, now it's in. The tricky part is getting all of it in at the same time and without it twisting. I think we've achieved it at this moment. So now we need to put the piece on top, right? E2. Let me just confirm that. It actually doesn't show anything. Oh, here, E2. Yeah, E2. Just making sure the light is still in there before I attach this. It looks good right now. But it could get twisted. Alright, so the light is in there. The plastic is in there and the light is in there. There's another groove here, so I assume we're supposed to go in there. Let's take a look here. Yeah, and then 2, this piece goes on top. E7. I don't know why there's a 2. I don't know why the instructions say 2. The piece is E7. Yeah, I don't know what that 2 means. 2 pins? Connect the 2 pins? Alright, so we have to get it now in this second groove. So it comes out this side, the light string. So it needs to go in this side. Yeah, there we go. You know what? We can just pick this up, put it in, and then put it back down. Just make our life a little bit easier. Now, how tight does this need to be? All right, let's start feeding this into the groove. I think we got to get it tight, though. Otherwise, it's going to be like bouncing around. Oh, there's another hole, another exit. I was trying to fit it in a groove. The groove didn't exist. It's another exit. This exit doesn't go to the side like all the others. It goes underneath, which is a little, makes me wonder if there's something messed up there. All right. I just felt it pull out. Wow. It'd be a miracle if this thing actually works. Because I'm like, feel like I'm broke this 10 times already. Yeah, broke it 11 times. Just trying to twist it to keep the lights all facing inside. It's really tricky at that exit point. Something's not right. Hmm. 12, 13. How many times we got to do this section? All right, I think we got it. Oh, so close. No, we got it. We got it. We got it. Time to lock it in. All right, hopefully it didn't come undone while we were locking it in. Now, I feel like we should also now do this corner. Wow, that's not good. It's like kind of baggy here. That could cause problems. Well, we'll see. We'll fix it later if it needs to. I feel like there should be another corner piece, and I should put this into that groove. But it doesn't show that. All right, let's go on. All right, yes, in the next phase we have to do that. So I'm just going to put that in there now, even though it's going to get locked in with the L10 piece that we don't have on the table yet, but I'm just going to get it started. So it's going through the bottom. So this one like went a little different. For some reason, this one goes through the bottom. Like the first one goes through the side. Ooh, that bagginess is coming back to haunt us. It now doesn't reach far enough. We got to get the slack out of the line to get this to go all the way. All right, we did it. The lights went the full distance. They went right to the exit. I don't know why there's an exit. The line isn't any longer. But anyway, there's an exit. Weren't we supposed to use the tape for something? Oh, were we supposed to put the tape on underneath the wood? I can lift it up and redo that. If so, that's good. That'll be good. Twist the light, bend the wire. Pass the light under the string. I don't see anything about the tape. Use P57 2% on warp. Do not cover the screw holes. Oh, okay. So basically we're going to lift up those wood pieces. Even though we feel like we did a good job locking them on, they're suggesting using tape. So we're going to redo them with tape. Hopefully we don't have to like redo everything. Hopefully. All right, let's take a look in here. It looks pretty good. It looks good. I'm curious if it had stayed on. I mean, you know, it stayed on for 1 second, but I guess we want to put the tape on so it'll stay on forever. This one is not coming out. That's a problem. Yeah. Well, this one just... It wasn't really a problem, but it is now. It wasn't a problem when it was all staying together. But it became a problem because when I took the top piece off, it took the pins underneath with it. So now it's a problem. So basically, it probably was fine. But now that I went to check on it, I broke it, and now it needs to be fixed. All right. So let's just start with the first one. We're just going to go right along the line. We'll do them one at a time. Trying to get this tape open. I don't know why that's not... Why I'm having a hard time starting the tape. Is this not the end? I mean, I assume it's an end. That's why the sticker's here, right? Oh, it's not. It's a middle. Why would that sticker be in the middle? Look at this. This is crazy. I pulled on this colored sticker because I figured it must be on the end. And it's not. It's in the middle. Who puts a sticker in the middle? That's stupid. All right, how many pieces of tape you think it takes to tape down a light? Well, I see 3 of these lines, so I'll do 3 pieces of tape. I lost the edge of the tape. I should have cut all the pieces I needed, or I should have like stuck it to something. Basically now I can't find the edge. I'm gonna hold on to it with my finger. I should probably take some of the stickiness away, but I don't know. Gotta do something. Alright, so that's in there. Let's get the piece of wood on. Much less nerve-wracking now that the tape, you know, is in there good. Alright, this one, the pin came out. The wood pin came out. That's a big problem. Alright, I think I got it back in. Alright, now let's get the slack out. Trying to get these lights in. All right, second one's in. The third one never came out, so The third one was stayed good the whole time. This middle is going to take 4 pieces of tape, I think. I stretched the tape. It didn't cut. Alright, I got to do it again. I'm going to put it on and then I'm going to cut it because I don't want to lose it. Because I already lost the end of the tape. So, alright, there's a lot of slack underneath this. Underneath here. Try to get some of that out. Not going to happen. Just going to leave it there like that. I'm going to tape this down with 2 pieces of tape. Trying to find the end of the tape. Yeah, I dropped the tape on the floor, so of course the end closed up again, and now I don't even know like which direction to push or pull on the tape. I feel the edge, I just don't know which way it needs to go. Alright, there we go. Alright, last piece of tape for tonight. Okay. So, let's get this back on. Now that everything's taped down, should be easy, right? Alright. Now, I think we were going here, yeah. L10. L10 goes here. And then after we put on L10, then we can finish up whatever those other 3 pieces are. 3 more pieces of plastic, I guess. This is the L sheet. Oh, there's L10. Corner piece. Alright. Put this corner piece on. Alright. So, what's next? I'll count the corner piece. So that's 427. What's next is 3 more like pieces of plastic for the other side. 1, 2, 3. So I assume that we're then going to do the light for the other side. How late is it? Oh, hey, Key, what's going on? I showed up. Good thing we went long today, or I would have missed it. So just a reference to what I'm saying. So just give a shout out. I'm going to show you what I mean in a second. All right. So I heard some people, they put like a hashtag. If they, like, they'll say like hashtag hey JR if they want to be on screen. But I just like put this. Did it show up on screen? Yeah, I think it showed up there. Basically, this Key Hopkin, how you doing? Shows up each day and gives a thumbs up. So I encourage everyone, leave your mark. But I don't know how. I have to come up with something. I didn't think of it yet. But I have to come up with something for, like, if you give permission for your comment to be on screen or not. If not, let's just say for now, I'm assuming if you comment, you don't mind it being on screen. But maybe I should, change that. All right. So anyway, right now we need 3 pieces from the cue sheet. Q3, 5, and 8. And I feel like we should keep going because it's going to be the same lights on the other side. Alright, so now I feel like there only are 3 more cue pieces, right? 1, 2, 3. I don't even have to look up what they are. I just know that those are the 3 we need because those are the only 3 left. And also because they match, the shapes. So use our nipper pliers to get these 3 pieces out. Sand them if they're rough. Pieces Q3, 5, and 8. So we're up to 430 pieces. And I think we're now done with this cue sheet. I don't think there's any more pieces on cue. All right. Got to check these for, basically we got to sand them. They could be, plastic on the edges of these pieces. I might have been nipping those off camera. Sorry about that. All right, this sheet is done. We're getting rid of it. Recycle bin. Now we got to check these 3. Do they have plastic on them? Still a little bit. They're probably each going to have a little. And if they have a big one, we're going to go back in with the nippers again and get a cleaner cut. Wow, that one's pretty smooth. I'm just using my fingers to check if they're smooth. Then I sand it down, double check. When it's good, I'm done. All right, so bumpy side down. That's what's going to give us room to get the lights in there. We learned that from doing the other side. I don't know why these side ones go on extra tight. Yep. Okay. Wow. That thing is baggy. All right. So, is that page done? Yeah, we're on page 29 now. All right. So page 28 is done. Page 29, it's K5 and P34. So we knew that's what it was going to be. So there's our P34. It's the other light strip. So we're going to use the tape again. We're going to use the staple again. All right, K5. This is the K sheet. There's the K5 right there. All right. The plastic will fall out if I flip it over. So I'm just going to find that hole underneath. I'm going to start putting this through. The hole, I believe, is at the back here. There it is. Pull that through. I'm not being as careful as I was the first time. I probably should be. I don't want to break any of these lights. All right. Plastic's all going to fall off. When I flip it over, we'll just put it back on. All right, so got to get this piece. Right there is a port. Flip this around. Get it in there. And then put this K5 staple on. Make sure you do all your connections good, because you don't want to be at the end going through to try to figure out which connections are bad. You want to just get them all right the first time. All right. And once you get them right, you make them stay by putting these staples in. In this case, a K5 staple. Did we already count those two pieces? So 432, K5 and P34. All right, so we're going to feed the lights through, and we're going to, as we feed them through, make sure that they're facing the playing side. You know what? This is not in the right spot. Gotta redo it. It wasn't in the groove. It went through this little hole, which I don't know how it even fit through. It needs to come out the groove, which should be so much easier. I don't know how. I put that through from the other end. I don't know how it happened to go through that little circle that I wouldn't even thought it could fit through. Unbelievable. All right, so I think what we want to do is, while we're putting this together, also go forward and do the tape. Yeah, the tape and the pieces that go on top. Well, let's just say the tape for now. And we'll do the pieces that go on top in a minute. Ooh, hold on a second. I gotta put a battery into my YOLO box, or the show is gonna end unintentionally. I say battery, I'm actually putting a USB cord. Alright, it's in. The show will go on. Okay, it gave me the message a second time, but it's showing, and the it's showing the battery is charging, but it's down to now 8%. So until it goes up a percent, we're on borrowed time. Okay. We need the lights to be facing the playing field. So if you got to twist them, whatever you got to do, they need to face the playing field. I'm now feeding the lights into the groove. Okay. They're in the first one, so let's tape it in. I'm double checking this USB because It hasn't gone up in percentage yet. All right, the lights are in. The first one. So we want to tape those down. I think 2 pieces of tape should work for that first one. I also think I want to put the piece of wood on top. So what the piece of wood looks like is J15. Yeah, J15. And also G19 goes somewhere. And then P57 is the tape. And then bag 22, we need 3 P48s. So I have bag 22, like right over here. We need 3 of these. So I'm just going to add 5. Because 3 screws and then the 2 pieces of wood. I think there should be 3 pieces of wood. 1, 2, 3, but I don't know. They're only mentioned 2. So let's grab those 2. The reason we not able to stop for the night, by the way, the battery percentage went up back to 9, so that's good, is because we can't stop because of this string. I don't want to leave it sloppy. I want things to be tidy when we sign off for the night. And currently they're not. So G19, J15, that's what we need. G19 and J15. Here's J15. And this is exactly the piece that we need. Three wooden pegs here. I see the 3 wooden pegs, but I don't know, it didn't go on. All right. And then it did. It didn't, and then it did. All right, now, that cabling, how does that go? Okay, 5. Yep. Oh, the P22s go on the left. The P22s it's going to get screwed in here. That's crazy. Why are we suddenly focusing on that? Wow. But the E7 is already here and they're not showing it in the picture. What is going on here? Yeah, E7 is on. It was put on way back when. So where are these? Oh, they're not going. They're going on this side. Okay, they're going. Oh, G9. That's G19. So we didn't put G19 on yet. So we got to string the lights up and then put on G19. And then we could put in the screws. All right, so let's continue working on these lights. Go through this groove here. It's supposed to come through the bottom? No, through the side. For some reason it's not coming up. I think I'm getting to the point where I've worked enough for the day and the accuracy is like going down. But at the same time, I want to finish this lights before I sign off. So, whatever it takes. It's like not going back on. Is it because of this piece? Is it pinched in there? This plastic piece was on here before. I took it off to feed in the lights, and now I can't get it back on. Alright, it's back on. I don't know why that took me forever, but it's back on. I feel like there's some expert who could do this in like a second, whereas I'm like completely fumbling. Okay. Time to tape it in. Yeah, time to tape the lights in before they pop out. I think it'll take 3 pieces of tape here, and then we have to find G19. I lost the end of the tape. I just had it. Had it, but I lost it. This is why you can't keep working once you're exhausted, because you just don't do as good a work. All right. I'm trying to hold on to that edge so I don't have to find it next time. Alright, we got it taped down. Got a little twisted there, but it's taped in. Nope. I did it again. I put it through the wrong hole. Why do those holes exist? Those wrong holes. Alright. Let's finish the tape job. They do it like so fancy. Which, you know, is going to be nice when it's done. But at the moment, it's work. At the moment, it just looks like work. But you have to do it because when it's done, it's going to be so nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to take 4 pieces of tape to hold this in. All right. 1, 2, bouncing all over here. 3, last piece of tape for the night. It's not the tape that's difficult, it's that the tape keeps like closing up, and then I have to find the starting point again. Alright, this came out. Fix that. Well, that seems like it should get another piece of tape, or it's going to come out again. Well, it's going to get a screw in a minute, and it does already have tape there, so I think it's going to be fine. All right, G19 is the piece that we need to go here. I don't know why this G19 is so, like, fancy. It is, though. It's a fancy piece. So there are 3 screws that we took out. Here they are. I don't want to break everything. Needs to be all lined up. Is it going in? I can't tell. I think it is. I think I was supposed to be putting them in with one of these, though. Yeah, that's going better. All right, let me get the others in before I tighten it. I hear things crackling. Not a good sound to hear. All right, there we go. It's in. Probably 2 of them is all we need, but I might as well put the 3rd one in. Is that it for page 29? It's G19, the last thing. All right, let's read everything it says here. Pass the light. Okay, we did that. Bend the wire. We did that. J15, twist the light, bend the wire, tape them down. Yep, we did everything. I don't know what's going on there with... whoops, now we're out off the board. All right, that's a good sign that we're done. I don't know. We lost something, and this thing got blurry. Look at that. We're going to need to open up the book tomorrow. Or something. Yeah, we're going to need to open the book. Okay, no, not really, because you get a second chance. You can look at the picture and see what pieces you need. But anyway, we'll start on page 30 tomorrow, so we're done for tonight. That's it. It's been a rough night, and we're done for today. We'll pick up with page 30 tomorrow. I'm not going to promote a comic book at this moment. As I said I would at the end of episodes, I'm not prepared to do that today. I'll probably start that sometime next week. I'm John Rapp. This is Just Rest Your Eyes. Good night. See you tomorrow.